Hey guys, Furum here, and today I'm going to be showing you how I won the Koenigsegg Jesko in its Asphalt 9 Grand Prix, as well as the roller coaster that I went on in order to get there. Please consider subscribing if you haven't already, and enjoy the video. So let's go back in time a few days to the final round. Usually what I do is I do my practice runs throughout the couple of days that the rounds last, and then toward the end of the last day of each final round, I do my runs. That is to give myself as much practice time as I can, and also to make it so that if I get a really good time, people will be less likely to have chances left in order to try to beat it. In final rounds 1 to 6, I usually got position 3, 4, or 5 or so. For some reason, I was never able to get a top spot in one of those. My car was 3 stars, and I watched plenty of videos by people like StazRS and Future Flash and Afik in order to learn what were the best routes for each of the final rounds. And I was able to do okay, but never the very best. So I was kind of riding along, tied for 3rd, sometimes in 4th for most of the time. Then we made it to final round number 7, in which I made a quite good run, I would say, which boosted me to the number 1 of that final round, making me number 3 overall in the Grand Prix at 250 points. Now, the people in 1st, 2nd, and 4th place had already done their runs, and so I suspected that they probably would not do more, and they really didn't end up doing that as far as I know. But the guy in 5th place, Elite Mojita AS, had 205 points, and he had not played this final round yet. I knew that if he came in 2nd place, he would get 45 points and be tied for me at 250, and then it would depend on which of us got the better qualification time of who would be in 3rd place. And so I wanted to improve my time here as much as possible to make sure that he didn't beat me, in which case I would definitely be in 4th place. So using my first extra chance, I did probably my best run of the entire event, getting about 110 with a 3-star Jesko, and this put me about half a second ahead of the 2nd place person, and so I went to bed knowing that probably I would wake up and be in 3rd place, and we would be all good. But that didn't quite happen. Before I opened the game the next morning, Uros messaged me and told me to check my position, which was number 4. One of my worst fears had been realized, in fact, that I was tied for 3rd, and because I got about a 7/100th of a second worse qualification time, I was put down to 4th. To add to this, in one of the final rounds, I think it was number 5, I lost to Elite Mojita AS, who is right ahead of me here, by 0.001 seconds, as in a single millisecond. If I had beat him there, I would have been ahead of him here with 10 better points. So you can see how so many just tiny little things like that one race and the qualification time meant the difference between me being guaranteed the Jesko key and only having about a 50% chance of getting it in the 35 times packs. Because the way you figure that out is you have a 2% chance to get the key in each one, take 0.98, the chance of not getting it, raise that to the power of 35, and then subtract it from 1. You could figure out your chances of getting it in any number of packs by raising 0.98 to that number and then subtracting it from 1. And there, I got the key. I could finally rest after 2 weeks of ups and downs, and I actually got a 2nd key in here, which gave me a good number of trade coins. That's kind of funny. But to recap, just why it was so important for me to get this was because I had spent 15,000 tokens in the Jesko Drive Syndicate and managed to 2-star the car, maybe like halfway to 3-star it or something like that, but I didn't get the key, as you guys probably know. And then in this event, I spent another 9,000 tokens in order to 3-star it, go to halfway of 4-star. I've made a video about that if you would like to see me opening all those packs. That altogether is 24,000 tokens, which is the equivalent of 800 real-life US dollars. Which is why you might be able to imagine it frustrated me to lose my guarantee of getting this car by less than a single frame in one final round. Who would have known that it would have come down to that? Honestly, that's always been one of my biggest fears in this game, to get super duper close to get something and then not get it because of something little. Thankfully, in this case, we did manage to get it after all, but that was nerve-wracking there for a while. Unfortunately, I did lose out on a decal for this car since I came in 4th, but I'm not sure I would have used it anyway, given that it's all green, and I don't know, I just think the purple looks better on it. But we got the car, and that's the important thing. So now I have the 2 kings of the game, the Jesko and the Rimac at 3 stars, and the queens of the game, I guess you might say, the Regera and the Sheeran at 4 stars. So all those ones should be fairly close overall in terms of performance, performance. Pretty sure the Jesko will be my new car to use in the Class S Elite events, given that it is so very fast, at least in the ones where you can get up to your very high top speed. And here, finally, after a year or so, we unlocked the Koenigsegg Jesko. I am not sure if I will make a video about this car at this rank, given that I have made many ones about this car at 6-star before, but let me know what you think about that. Thank you all so much for watching. Please like the video if you have enjoyed, and consider subscribing for more Asphalt and other games content, and I will see you in my next video. Goodbye!